How's it going, everyone? Steve here with the Healthy Habits Formula and Fit Culture Studio, and today I want to share a few habits that I've developed that will help you be successful with any diet approach that you take. Now, whether you got a diet from your doctor or a nutritionist, or you want to try something new and popular like the paleo diet or the Mediterranean diet, one thing you're going to find is most of the ingredients are pretty much the same. All of the diets are going to recommend that you eat more real foods like fruits and vegetables, nuts and seeds and oats, and try and incorporate healthy fats and complete proteins into your diet. And they're going to also tell you to avoid processed foods, things that are very high in sugar, high in calorie, and low in nutritional value. The thing with a lot of these diets is no matter what diet you choose, it's not the diet itself that's really going to make or break whether or not you're successful. It's the approach you take and how you set yourself up for success. So I want to share a few key habits that I've developed to help me be successful, and hopefully you can use them to be successful as well. Now, there are two things that hold most people back from being successful with a diet. Those are having the time to prepare and cook all of the food you need to be successful throughout the day. And the second is simply just forgetting. Going through your normal routine and your normal habits and realizing at the end of the day, oh, I haven't been consistent or compliant with the diet that I tried to undertake. So you find one of these two things is usually what's going to hold you back the most from being successful with any diet. So a key component of being successful is building in habits that are going to address these two specific points. So some of the habits that I've developed, I want to share with you right now. The first is simply meal preparation. Now, this doesn't mean you have to prepare every single meal throughout the day. I've developed a habit of preparing several meals one time throughout my week. Usually I'll just make a lot of bulk ingredients. For example, this week I boiled up a pot of rice and a pot of beans, bagged them up, tossed them in the fridge, and what that allows me to do is just grab for them whenever I'm hungry or pack them up with me to take to work so that I have that complete protein and those whole grains and that healthy fats with me. Now, it doesn't have to be beans and rice. I've also made quinoa, mashed potatoes, or just boiled potatoes, couscous. Really, it doesn't matter what the ingredients are. It's more building the habit of once a week preparing a large amount of food that's going to hold you over for the next 3, 4, or 5 days, and being able to keep that readily available so that when you are running out of time or you open the fridge to grab something to eat, you can see it in there and remember that here's something quick, it's healthy, and you've already prepared it. Now, another thing that I usually struggle with is getting vegetables into my diet. And trying to incorporate them throughout the day doesn't always work if I have to take that time and effort to prepare them, to slice them, and then cook them. You know, if I have something quick that I can just toss in the pan or throw in the microwave, it's a lot easier for me to be successful because, like I said, time is an issue. So what I've developed so far as a habit for making sure that works is every time I go to the store, when I go bring my groceries home and go to put them in the fridge, I'll prepare my vegetables first before I put them away. So here I've got a couple different vegetables I prepared. Got some chopped carrots and some eggplant and zucchini. And I just chopped them up, prepped them. All I need to do is throw them on a pan for about 5 minutes or toss them in the microwave, maybe with the beans and rice or whatever I prepped up that week. And it really helps me to get a lot more vegetables into my diet. Now, maybe I won't add them for every single meal just because I've done this preparation, but what I found is it does increase the amount of meals I eat with vegetables every single week and even every single day that I otherwise wouldn't have, because I would have had to take that extra step of chopping them, of prepping them, and of figuring out what I want to cook with them. By building in these preparation habits beforehand, a lot of that work is done for me, and it only takes usually once a week, for 30 minutes, maybe a little longer if something like beans and rice. But that prep time doesn't take a whole lot. It just takes that habit of building it into your every week so that you have that available, it's ready, it's in the fridge to remind you, and you also don't have to worry about the time. Now, another thing that I like to do is have snacks on the go. And it's really important to make sure you have healthy snacks with you when you're at work or whether you're out, because if you run into a situation where you are hungry and you can't grab something quick that's not that, or you can't grab something quick that is healthy, you're probably going to get the unhealthy option rather than waiting until you can find something healthier. So a good healthy option, something that I do, is I'll make trail mix. On that shopping trip I tell you where I prep my vegetables, I'll usually also buy some seeds, some nuts, some raisins or other dried fruit, and toss them all together in a few baggies that I can then grab with me throughout the week. So by doing all of this preparation at one specific time and getting in the habit of that after something I already do, like grocery shopping, it makes it really easy to build into my day and only spend the extra 5 minutes to do that prepping to set me up for success for the whole week. So this is a really great way of also getting some healthy fats, some proteins, and some fiber into your diet. This one particularly has cashews, almonds, peanuts, looks like pine nuts, walnuts, raisins, and dried cranberries. So it's healthy, it's quick, and it's something that I can take with me on the go. Now the last thing I want to share with you is what I call the emergency go-to. Now, all of the things, as you've noticed that I've presented before, are all what we consider whole foods. It grows that way. Hasn't been processed, there have been no additives, and really that's what I try and encourage people to eat, is real food, staying away from processed and trying to just give themselves what their body needs from a natural source. However, in a fast-paced society like we live in, you don't always have that option. Either you're on the go and you can't bring leftovers because there's nowhere to refrigerate them, or potentially you're in a situation where you don't know if you're going to get a chance to run to lunch, or if you're going to have a meeting or a call that's going to pull you away from the office. So having an emergency snack or meal is really essential for being successful, because it's going to allow you to not have to make that poor choice of getting something fast, getting something unhealthy, or eating the first thing you can find. So what I usually use is I'll do a meal replacement and a fruit and nut bar, and I'll take them with me in a shaker cup. So I really like Laura bars. They use all natural ingredients. This one in particular has dates, cashews, almonds, dried pumpkins, cinnamon, nutmeg, allspice, and ginger, and no other ingredients. So no additives, no preservatives. Now I still prefer real whole food and making my own, but if I need something on the go, I'll grab something like this and I'll toss it in that cup. And my other thing is usually a meal replacement. I prefer Shakeology because it's a great quality product that's high in protein, lots of nutrients, and it doesn't taste bad either. So I grab a flavor that I think I can just mix with water, I'll toss it in the cup, and with the two of those, I now have something on the go that if I can't get that meal, if I know that I'm gonna be missing 6 or 7 hours without having a chance to get food, I'm going to want something for that that's going to help sustain me and carry me over, so that when it comes time to eat, I'm not suffering from hunger pains to the point where I'm just going to go for the fastest thing and just binge on it. You know, I'm going to feel satiated, I'm going to have all the nutrients I need, but like I said, this is an emergency situation type meal. You don't want to be eating this 2 or 3 times a day. You want to make sure that you save it for when you really need it. So whether that's breakfast or a lunch, it's going to be different for everyone, but knowing when you need that emergency snack and having it available is going to be crucial for setting you up for success. So those are a few different options that you can use that don't take much time to do, but can really set you up to be successful with any diet as you go through your week. Like I said, you have 20, 30, sometimes even more meals that you eat, depending on if you eat 3, 4, or 5 times a day. So having these preparation habits put in place so that most of those meals are already covered by those habits, then it really reduces how many times you're actually going to be going for that poor choice, and will really improve your health, your wellness, and your overall energy. All right, for more tips and other helpful habits to keep you healthy, what you can do is check out www.healthyhabitsformula.com and sign up for our email. What we'll do is we'll send you articles and updates and keep you informed on how to stay healthy, how to stay fit, how to keep well, and how to do it sustainably. Until next time, this is Steve with Healthy Habits Formula. See you soon.